I grew up in Ireland when it was a very conservative country, dominated by the views of the Catholic Church. Homosexuality wasn't decriminalised until 1993, when I was 26 years of age. I certainly wasn't out to many people, apart from close family, and I wasn't out at work. If you'd told me back then that Ireland was going to be the first country in the world to legalise same-sex marriage by a popular vote, and was going to elect an openly gay Prime Minister twice, I would have laughed at you. I came to Australia in 1996 to work, and I saw this country as a utopia of acceptance for the LGBTI community, and certainly compared to Ireland it was. Since then, both countries have made massive progress in accepting our community, but there's still a lot more that can be done. I get many messages from young Australians saying they're still experiencing discrimination, saying that they're still uncomfortable coming out at home and at work. I know how that feels. As a young man growing up in Ireland, I know how isolating and scary that can be. My message to you is things are changing. My message to you is you are not alone. My message to you is things are getting better.
Hi, I'm ZOE COOMBS MARR. I'm a comedian, a writer, and if you're watching this video, it means I've been assassinated. No, I'm joking. It's just a little message to say that being queer is normal and good and you can have a great life. Look at mine. I've got paintings on the wall. Why make this video? Well, I mean, it sort of feels like right now is a pretty weird backlashy time, which tends to happen every now and again when we get too powerful. So I am contractually obliged by LGBTQIA+ International, or Big Queer, to just let you know that we're humans and we can do great things and life can be wonderful, it gets better, etc. Recently I had the opportunity to make a documentary about the queer history of Australia, and if that taught me anything, along with existing as a queer person in the world for decades, it was that there are as many different kinds of queer people and lives as there are people, because we are them, human beings, we're humans, we're people, and we can be all sorts of things, everything along the whole spectrum of humanity. We can be inspiring and excellent and disappointing and boring. The world is your oyster, so go forth, queers, I love you. Try not to be boring though, come on, give it a go.
Hello everybody, it's COURTNEY ACT here, and I just want to send a big message of love to the queer community. I think context is important, and I think being queer is important. And I used to have all sorts of shame about my queer identity, but as I've gotten older, I've realized that being queer is actually my greatest strength. Loving people of different genders, expressing gender differently, means that you had to step outside the status quo and come to know who you are, independent of what the world said you should be. And that is a strength. That is a skill that can change the world. And I think queer people are here to save the world. I think we're here to help people think differently about all of those old, dying, decaying systems that don't serve us anymore. So remember that. Your queerness is a strength, and I love you so much.
Hi, I'm Alex Greenwich, the independent member for Sydney in the New South Wales Parliament, and I'm one of a growing number of out and proud LGBTQ electeds right across Australia in local, state, territory and federal parliaments. When I was growing up, it was just Senator Bob Brown who inspired me to be an out and proud gay MP myself. Now, obviously, there's still a lot more work to do when it comes to supporting our community and law reform, but now there's more of us than ever before in the room where it happens, where decisions are made that impact our community, and we're able to effect change and make sure that Australia becomes a more fair and equal place for the LGBTQ communities. Especially at the moment, our focus has to be on supporting the safety and equality of the trans and gender diverse communities. I'm more confident and positive than ever before that with the growing amount of support for our community in parliaments right across Australia, and on the back of the inspiring yes vote that delivered an overwhelming result that Australians love and celebrate the LGBT community, that will ensure Australia continues to be a better place to be out and proud. There's still more work to do, but I'm looking forward to working with people across the political spectrum and across the community to get there. So remember, it gets better, it's getting better. There's just a bit more work to do.
Hello, my name is Alana Valentine and I've been in a same-sex relationship for 33 years. My last play, Wayside Bride, was about a Christian minister called Ted Noffs who married people of different faiths, different cultures and same-sex couples as far back as 1969. They did charge him with heresy, but he found his people, his supporters, and he created a community of love at the Wayside Chapel, which is still going today. So to Daniel, I'd like to say, find your people. There are millions of our supporters around this country and they love you and they love who you are. Welcome to a long line of activists and yes, even heretics. You're going to change this country and this world for the better.
Hey, it's Benjamin Law here. This is a message for my fellow queer people. There has been a lot of homophobia, a lot of transphobia, a lot of queerphobia in general, in the press, in corridors of power, even in schools lately. In fact, that's not really true. It hasn't been lately, because for as long as queer people have existed, there has always been hatred against us. People will always hate what's different, and we are different. I know a lot of people say queer people, they're just the same as us in the spirit of equality, and I love that sentiment, but we are different, and that shouldn't matter. In fact, it should be celebrated because difference should be embraced. But at the same time, it can feel really, really heavy when no one's got your back, and if you are feeling that, what I will say is that there are communities and friends and lovers waiting for you on the other side of feeling isolated, and we can't wait you to get here.
Yep, life can be brutal, but it can also be really beautiful. The more I find my purpose, the less I care about the things that I can't change and the negative things people say about me. And I think that kind of resilience started when I came out. It takes courage to come out. And I draw on that same courage every time I have to have a difficult conversation, which is sometimes daily. There are people out there who hate me for the things that I say, but you know what? The sting of hate is far less potent than the power of love, and love always wins.
Hi, a quick message from me to you. I know that things might seem really difficult right now, but I wanted to let you know that it does get easier. Many years ago for myself, it was a really difficult journey. I was apprehensive, I was frightened, I was nervous, but gosh, I'm so proud that I had the courage to strive for a life that I would be the happiest version of Casey, and I'm so proud of now my beautiful family. I have a loving partner and 3 wonderful children and live a really beautiful life. And yeah, just a quick message to let you know it does get easier. You'll have a lot of love and support around you. Always reach out to those closest to you for love and support. I'm sending you lots and lots of love and support. So big love to you all, big tennis love to you all, and it does get better.